Billy, thank you.
Great job, Billy.
And we've got a gentleman that's up next that we're just going to let you decide what we should call him. Now, he's got a couple of names. But if you thought that it was maybe Saturday night and it was 30 years ago and maybe you was around Memphis, Tennessee, and the Old Sun Record Company was really putting out some records, they had a guy that sounds a lot like this, and we're going to bring him out here. You applaud him, and then if you want to take your applause back, we'll let you. Well, come on, we're not even going to give you a name. We're going to let them name it.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. Thank you. But that train keeps a-rolling on down to San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry.
Take it out, Les. Yeah. Thank you. Florida. Suey.
Well, if they freed me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line, far from Folsom Prison. That's where I want to stay. And I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away.
Thank you. Thank you
Johnny
very much.
Counterfeit.
All right.
Now we're going to tell you his name is Johnny Counterfeit. Do you think it fits? Now, Johnny, we understand, Bill and I understand that recently you've been to the White House.
That's true. This is the President of the United States. I want to say there's going to be change. In fact, by the time I get finished, that's all you're going to have left in your pocket is change. Mr. President, every morning when you go jogging, you always wear a very heavy sweatshirt. Why is that? That's because it protects me from the draft.
No, I'm just kidding now. Do we have any Ronald Reagan fans with us tonight?
Well, thank you. Listen, before I start speaking tonight, I'd like to say something.
Mr. Reagan, now that you're no longer president, what are your true feelings about Red China?
Well, as long as the napkins and the tablecloth match, it's fine with me. I don't care whatsoever. Thank you.
And last but not least, the little guy from Texas.
Now, here's the deal. Are you with me on this?
Mr. Perot, what is your response to the government's claim that a huge asteroid caused the extinction of the dinosaur?
Well, now here's the deal. If the government was involved, it would have to be a half asteroid.
Thank you very much. One last question for me. Mr. Nixon, I hate to tell you this, but the American people do not like your postage stamp. They say it's not working. What do you have to say about that? Well, I'd like to make this perfectly clear. The only reason my postage stamp is not working is because the American people are supposed to spit on the other side of the stamp.
Well, now we said you could take your applause back. What do you think? Does he deserve the name Johnny Counterfeit?
Oh, thank you.
Well, we're not through. There's a very popular TV show that some of you have heard. In fact, most of us have heard and love it. And I believe that maybe Archie and Edith may appear.
Oh, jeez, what are you people talking about there, huh? Edith, get over here.
I'm right here, Archie.
Oh, jeez, listen to the dingbat there, huh? Edith, what are you doing standing there with those hamburger patties under your arms, huh?
Well, Mike and Gloria wanted a sandwich, so I'm defrosting them.
Oh, just do this song. Give me an F chord there, huh? Boy, the way Glenn Miller played.
Songs that made the hit parade.
Guys like us, we had it made.
Those were the days. And you knew where you were then.
Girls were girls and men were men, thank God. Mister, we could use a man like Herbert Hoover again. Didn't need no welfare states.
Everybody pulled his weight.
G.R.O. LaSalle ran great.
Those were the days.
Ladies and gentlemen, the singing impressionist, Mr. Johnny Counterfeit.
Oh, see, right. Oh, see. Thank you very much.
Johnny Counterfeit. Thank you, Johnny. All right. And if you kind of keep up with us in Nashville and you keep up with Bill Anderson on Backstage, and let's see, what's that co-host guy's name? You go to his yard sale sometimes. That he's got, wears them fancy, what's that guy's name that helps you out sometimes? Oh, Porter White, thank you. But when you see these guys and then you see the Opry live, you always see a group that comes out and they do a tremendous dance on the stage. It's Melvin Sloan and the Opry Square Dancers. Come on out here, Melvin Sloan. the Grand Ole Opry's Melvin Sloan Dancers. Melvin, thank you and all the dancers for coming down and being a part of it. Thank you very much. Whew. And we've got a guy out here that you seem to be getting all the ones with the famous dads tonight, and I think this is just appropriate that you move right on into this one.
Well, it's my pleasure to introduce this gentleman. I've been a fan and a friend of his father's for many years, one of the greatest voices, I guess, that ever came down the pike. And his son carries on the tradition. You see him on TNN, on a lot of various television shows. How about a nice welcome tonight for Mr. Rex Allen Jr.?
Hello, are you there? Oh, great. So am I think. You know, how many of you folks remember the old singing cowboy movies? Anybody? Now we're going to make you really show your age. When you went to go to one of my dad's movies, one of the singing cowboy, how much did you pay? 10 cents for a movie? Goodness, now you got to pay $25 for movies, don't you? Especially if you go see the ones that Jim Ed Brown goes and sees, where the women go around naked in them all the time. Nah, I'm just kidding. Becky wouldn't let you do that, would you? Anyway, my dad's movies and all those movies, they were the good ones, you know? Dad and Roy and Gene, Lash LaRue and people like that. You could always tell the good guy from the bad guy, you know? Usually the hero wore the white hat, bad guy the black hat. And when a guy got shot, there was never any blood. You know, do you remember that? The guy, my dad would beat a guy up, throw him off a 10-story building. He'd land splat on the bottom. Dad kick him a few times, and all it'd be one little trickle of blood right there. That'd be it. And you know, the villain never died. You thought he'd been killed, but he hadn't, because next Saturday you go back, same villain, right? Well, here's a song I wrote about those days. It took me 2 years to get anybody to believe this song was a hit record. But when it came out, and thank goodness it came out, it was the first real top 10 record I ever had. Dedicated to heroes like Rex Allen, Roy Rogers, Gene Autry, Lash LaRue. But more than anything, my own personal heroes, the people who put music in my heart, the sons of the pioneers. As a matter of fact, the song is called Can You Hear Those Pioneers? When I was just a little boy, I learned to call the cows. From Eddie Arnold singing strong about the cattle call. And I'll never forget the pioneers singing, see them tumbling down. I think it's time that we put Western back in the country sound. Now every time that I hear Dad sing about his Arizona sky, or Roy and Dale's happy trails, they always bring a sigh. My throat gets tight, then the tears come, see them tumbling down. I think it's time that we put Western back in the country sound. Can you hear those pioneers singing about cool, clear water, water while they're heading the last roundup? Oh, how I wish that I could be back in the saddle with Gene. But days like that I'll live again, only in my dreams. And when I hear Tex sing high noon, my heart keeps stumbling down. I think it's time that we put Western back in the country sound. Can you hear those pioneers singing about cool, clear water, water while they're heading for the last roundup? Don't you think it's time that we put Western back in the country sound?
All right, Rex Allen Jr. And Rex, of course, is the star of his own TV
Thank
shows,
you.
Yesteryear, and you've seen him many times on the Statler Brothers, and we enjoy having you every
Hey,
place we're at.
Ed,
Yes.
I want you to know that we were backstage, and Johnny Russell was walking down the hall, and
And the building started shaking.
well, that too.
Oh.
But there were two little kids walking along behind him, and Johnny wears a beeper, you know, and the beeper went beep, 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 beep. And the kid said, "Look out, Dad, that guy's about to back up."
Rex Allen Jr. Oh. Bill, come on up here and help us. I don't know that a lot of y'all know this, but it takes a lot to put on a fair like this, and it takes a lot to bring all the entertainment they do and all the exhibits and the many things that are free here at the Florida State Fair. And of course, the fair is the best entertainment value in America today for your dollar. You can come in for just a little bit. And you can see free exhibits. You go over and see our over at the Miller tent. You go over and see like the Dennis Lee show and just free entertainment time and time again. You go over and look at our miniature horses, all the 4-H things that the people do, and all the young people are out there. You can come in the sales. In addition, the agriculture. But it takes somebody behind that. And during this year, we've had some people say some different things about the Florida State Fair. But the Department of Agriculture took it over, and Bob Crawford, our Commissioner of Agriculture, he's not here tonight. So we can talk about him, and then we, as long as we don't talk too bad, you know, but we can talk about him. And Bob Crawford and his whole staff has done a tremendous job, and I'd like you to kind of turn the house lights up, and I know there's some Department of Agriculture people in here, and I'd like anybody with the Department of Agriculture just to stand up so that we can give you a big hand, because we appreciate you being here. I see some over here, and I see some here. Let's give them a big hand, because without them, we can't do that. And we appreciate them taking an interest in the Florida State Fair and presenting all this fine entertainment in the fair that they bring us. And I don't know if our chairman's here tonight. Is our chairman here, Mr. George Steinbrenner? Is he any place in the audience? No. He's not in New York. I saw him today on the fairgrounds. He was out there helping make sure things were. Anyway, Mr. Steinbrenner took over as chairman, and he has come out here and put just a lot of zip in it. You know, we can't say had a call anymore because we don't use that. But let's have a big hand for our authority chairman, Mr. George Steinbrenner, and all the other folks. Thank you. We appreciate you recognizing that, and we appreciate you, all the folks here at the Florida State Fair, the staff, the electricians, our sound people back here. The list goes on, and we could just go on all night about that, but we're not going to do that. We might even get to you, Les, here in just about another 2 hours. And, well, no, we don't want to do that tonight. He'll want to raise, won't he, Bill? Probably will. We want to bring you one of the things out of your past now. We want to bring one of our old-time cowboys out here to the stage. He's a gentleman that you saw many, many times. He was with Gene Autry. He was with Roy Rogers. He did so many rope tricks throughout the world. He spent many, many years touring with Rex Allen Sr., the father of the young man that was just out here on stage. Let's welcome from the left-hand side of the stage here, and of course to your right, the one and only Monty Montana.
Oh, yes.
Good evening, everybody. I'm pleased to be here. In fact, at my age, it's good to be anywhere at this time. But Mr. McGregor asked me to come out and do a little bit of roping for you. So this is about as little roping as I can do. But anyhow, I'll try and do a little roping here to give you a little idea what the cowboys do for a pastime out west instead of worrying about their mother-in-laws. You know, I've only been doing this about 70 years, and if I do good tonight, I may take it up as a profession. Okay, carry on, boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Monty Montana. Monty, thank you for dropping by and seeing us this evening. We appreciate you being here. Monty Montana. And can you believe this band up here? Just think about how many artists have been through here. How many of them have said, I'm just going to do one more line of that, or I'm going to do another verse of that, and they just pick right up on it. This is Bill Anderson's Po Folks Band. I can see I'm going to have to go back and get him again unless you can tell him you like him better than that. This band is tremendous. Yeah. Oh, Les, y'all are great. Got that fiddler out there. She thinks we're going to leave her alone tonight, and it's only because we're running short on time. Talking about different things, we've got another good surprise for you. We've got one of the Silver Screen Cowboys visiting with us tonight. You watched him many times right across the screen back on the Westerns, and you read his comic books, and you watched him in person at fairs and rodeos. Let's welcome to the stage, Lash LaRue.
Thank you. I'd like to have the house lights up. I like that. I like to see the people. You know, Fuzzy and I made a lot of pictures, so I usually come out with a whip. I used to take the ash, and then the fire, and then the cigarette out. Now I can't even see the man. But Fuzzy and I used to make pictures, and we had a lot of fun. He was a wonderful guy. Worked with Fatty Arbuckle way back in the back days when there was silent days. And I wrote poetry at that time. And I'd like to do one for you. Would you like to hear it? This one goes like this. I watched a sleeping city from the crest of a sloping hill in the cold gray light of morning, while everything was still. And as I watched, my thoughts were not of the beauty that lay at hand. They wandered to death, destruction, despair, to a torn and bleeding land. There are very few who enjoy to kill or to watch their fellow man die, to wreck the homes of women and children, dropping bombs from a pale blue sky. Most of us have much the same passions, no matter what language we speak. All of us have the same want for life and to find the happiness we seek. I dream of a world that knows no hate, with a faith in God designed so great that aggression and intolerance would have no place, and all men are equal, regardless of race. I know someday we all will see a world at peace, in tranquility, when men will find the time again to voice a praise to God, and then man's right for life and liberty would never cease, and the whole world would enjoy an everlasting peace. Now something on the lighter side. Please don't ask me to marry you yet. My mother would just have a fit. 'Twas only this morning that we first met. Can't you be patient a bit? You know how people talk about things and say they're not in good taste. Besides, I don't think a girl, if she's nice, would marry a man in such haste. I will marry you tomorrow if you like, and we'll share the same toothbrush and comb. But if you don't stop pestering me, darling, tonight, I'll get up and get dressed and go home.
A big round of applause for Silver Screen star Lash LaRue. Thank you, Lash. And band, we want to give an extra special thanks to you. We're going to let you get off now. We're going to bring up another band here, let you all take a break, and we appreciate everything you've done here on Opry Night at the Florida State Fair. All right. Bill Anderson's Po Folks Band. All right.
You watch the Grand Ole Opry on a Saturday night? Okay. Then you have the opportunity to see the young man that we're about to introduce to you. Are we ready?
I think they're ready. They say they're ready to go to work. This gentleman's a member of the Country Music Hall of Fame. Some people say he's the littlest member of the Grand Ole Opry. Some people say he's the loudest member of the Grand Ole Opry. Some people say things and we can't say it on the air, so we're just going to tell you that we're welcome to the stage Country Music Hall of Fame member Little Jimmy Dickens.
When I was a little boy around the table at home, I remember very well when company would come. I would have to be right still until the whole crowd ate. My mama always said to me, Jim, take a tater and wait. And the taters never did taste good with chicken on the plate, but I had to eat them just the same. And that is why I look so bad. I have these beauty ways, because I always had to take an old cold tater and wait. Yeah, man. That I'd starve to death before my time would come. All that chicken they would eat and just leave Jim the bun. The beaten after all that's left up on the china plate. It makes you pretty darn weak to take an old cold tater and wait. And the taters never did taste good with chicken on the plate, but I had to eat them just the same. And that is why I look so bad. I have these beauty ways, because I always had to take an old cold tater and wait. Yeah. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very kindly, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, and a very pleasant good evening to all of you, and it's a joy to be a part of this great entertainment that's here for your state fair. Ladies and gentlemen, it's always good to come to Tampa, and we appreciate you being with us tonight, and hope that you enjoy the efforts of all our people to entertain you with country music. I'm Little Jimmy Dickens, or Willie Nelson after taxes. I've been called a lot of things. I want to acknowledge all of the senior citizens that are in the audience tonight. We must not forget them. Since I became a senior citizen, I have a lot more respect for them than I used to, I'll tell you now. Not long ago, I was doing a concert in a nursing home for a bunch of nice people, and everybody seemed to be having a big time, except one little lady down front, and she never looked up or changed her expression. After the show, I went down to talk with her, and I said, you didn't seem to be enjoying the show like the rest of the folks. Do you know who I am? She said, no, but if you'll go up front and ask the nurse, she'll tell you who you are. I love senior citizens. I have fun with them. Not long ago, I went to Dearborn, Michigan with my friend Bill Anderson and a host of people, Jan Howard and Johnny Russell, and all of us went up there and did a show for 3,200 senior citizens that came in by bus, and they all come to hear country music. And after the show was over, we had a chance to visit with them, and down front, we were talking to them, and one little lady was the life of the party. She was telling senior citizen stories. Some you can tell, some you leave alone. She told us about a senior couple that was traveling through the park one day, just feeding the squirrels and having a ball and enjoying the afternoon, when a pigeon flew over, left his calling card, hit the old gentleman between the eyes. And Ma looked at him and said, mercy, Pa, I wish I had some tissue. He said, what for, Ma? The pigeon's probably 3 miles away by now. My pappy used to tan my hide out behind the barn. He taught me to be dignified out behind the barn. And when he took his strap to me, turned me down across his knee, he sure did hurt my dignity out behind the barn. Yeah, I smoked my first cigarette out behind the barn. Now that's the day I won't forget out behind the barn. Yeah, I got sick, you should have seen how that tobacco turned me green. I almost died from nicotine out behind the barn. I got my education out behind the barn. I ain't fooling, no siree. Passed each examination out behind the barn, and it almost made a wreck out of me. Hit a man. I met a pretty girl one day out behind the barn. She wanted me to stay and play out behind the barn. She taught me to kiss and pet. That's a game I won't forget. We still play the same game yet out behind the barn. I got my education out behind the barn. I ain't fooling, no siree. Passed each examination out behind the barn, and it almost made a wreck out of me.
Country Music Hall of Fame member Little Jimmy Dickens. Whew. Boy, your sound man's doing good back there, isn't he?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate you having us all here. Folks, I think that Mr. Ed Gregory should be given a big, nice round of applause for his support to country music and bringing the best to offer you here at the State Fair.
And little Jimmy's going to be up here helping us, and we appreciate that, Jimmy. We're going to bring a guy out here right now that I believe the record shows that he had the #1 best-selling record of all time according to BMI. Isn't that correct?
I think it was the most played.
Most played, okay.
Record ever.
Most played. Well, I'd settle for that, wouldn't you?
I sure would.
I would too.
But BMI is still paying him an awful lot of money every year.
That's right. And you're going to enjoy him as much as we enjoy bringing him to you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Leroy Van Dyke.
The auctioneer.
If I see you tomorrow on some street in town, pardon me if I don't say hello. I belong to another. It wouldn't look so good to know someone I'm not supposed to know. Just walk on by, wait on the corner. I love you, but we're strangers when we meet. Just walk on by, wait on the corner. I love you, but we're strangers when we meet. Turn around. In a dimly lit corner at a place outside of town, tonight we'll try to say goodbye again. But I know it's not over. I'll call tomorrow night. I can't let you go, so why pretend? Just walk on by, wait on the corner. I love you, but we're strangers when we meet. Just walk on by, wait on the corner. I love you, but we're strangers when we meet. I love you, but we're strangers
pastures when we meet.
Leroy Van Dyke.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That song came out in 1961. We'd like to thank all of you that bought that record and made the disc jockeys play it over and over again. And we'd like to take you back about 4 or 5 years before that. Take about 2 minutes and 32 seconds of your time to do the first song I ever recorded, the only song I ever wrote. Another one of those slow, sad, tender, sentimental love ballads. Hey, well, all right, sir, here we go there, and what are you going to give for 'em? I'm at 25 to give 30 now, 5 for a bit to 5 and now 40 now, 5 for a bit to 5 and $50 under the time there. There was a boy in Arkansas who wouldn't listen to his ma when she told him he should go to school. He'd sneak away in the afternoon, take a little walk, then pretty soon you'd find him at the local auction barn. He'd stand and listen carefully, then pretty soon he began to see how the auctioneer could talk so rapidly. He said, oh my, it's do or die, I've got to learn that auction cry, gotta make my mark and be an auctioneer. $25 bill and now $30, 30 bill, they give me 30, make it 30 bill, mama $30 bill, they give me 30, hooray, bit of $30 bill. $30 bill and now 35, will they give me 35 to make it 35, a bit of 35, who would have been it at a $35 bill? As time went on, he did his best and all could see he didn't jest, he practiced calling bid both night and day. His pap would find him behind the barn just working up an awful storm as he tried to imitate the auctioneer. Then his pap said, son, we just can't stand to have a mediocre man selling things at auction using our good name. I'll send you off to auction school, then you'll be nobody's fool. You can take your place among the best. $35 bill, now the $40, 40 bill, they give me 40, make it 40 bill on the $40 bill, they give me 40, hooray, bit of $40 bill. $40 bill, now 45, will they give me 45 to make it a 45, a bit of 45, who would have been it at a $45 bill? So from that boy who went to school, there grew a man who played it cool. He came back home a full-fledged auctioneer. Then the people came from miles around just to hear him make that rhythmic sound that filled their hearts with such a happy cheer. His fame spread out from shore to shore. He had all he could do and more. Had to buy a plane to get around. Now he's the tops in all the land. Let's call and give that man a hand. He's the best of all the auctioneers. $45 bid, now the $50 bill, give me 50, make a 50 bid on the $50 bill, give me 50, hooray, bid of the $50 bill. $50 bid, now 55, will they give me 55 to make it a 55, a bid of 55, I sold that goat for the $50 bill. Hey, well, all right, sir, open the gate and let 'em out and walk 'em. Boy, here we come, a lot number 29, in for it, gonna give for. I'm at $600 down here, and a 10, now 25, and now 35, and now 50, now 60, 75, 85, and now 7, now 10, and now 25, and now 35, and now 50, 60, 75, 85, and $800 to buy 'em there.
Oh, that's Leroy Van Dyke. Nice big round of applause. Leroy, you're dandy. Leroy Van Dyke. At Class 20 show. If you folks out there ever have the opportunity and the pleasure of going to see this young man in concert, in full concert, you'll enjoy being with him, and he will entertain you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you enjoyed that. Here's a young man that's been with our Grand Ole Opry for a number of years, and we call him the Perry Como of country music. He has such a beautiful, smooth voice, and you folks will enjoy this man. His name is Roy Drusky. Give him a nice big hand, if you will.
Thank you, Jimmy, very much. This is probably still the most requested record that I've made, and I hope you might enjoy. One day at a time, sweet Jesus, that's all I'm asking from you. Just give me the strength to do every day what I have to do. Yesterday gone, sweet Jesus, and tomorrow may never be mine. Lord, help me today, show me the way one day at a time. I'm only human. I'm just a man. Help me believe in what I can be and all that I am. Show me the stairway I have to climb. Lord, for my sake, teach me to take one day at a time. One day at a time, sweet Jesus, that's all I'm asking from you. Just give me the strength to do every day what I have to do. Yesterday's gone, sweet Jesus, and tomorrow may never be mine. Lord, help me today, show me the way, one day at a time. Thank you very much.
Grand Ole Opry star Roy Drusky. Thank you, Roy. And Jim Ed, he's got a special guest coming up here, but he's kind of setting up for him here just now. I'm not just sure who he's going to bring out here.
Well, Mr. Roy Drusky is one of the smoothest voices in this business of country music, and it's always nice to have him on the show. I want to introduce you now to a fella that I've had the pleasure of working with this man for some time, from time to time, and at various places and around the country. He's been on stage with Mr. Charlie Pride. He's worked all over the country with him. Ronnie Millsap. I could just go on and on. In fact, he was recently on the Statler Brothers television show, and I think I've got this said about right. But I think that you will enjoy this gentleman. In fact, I know you will enjoy him because he's one of the truly great comedians, I guess we could say, in this country. There's two of them. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please say hello to Mr. Alex Houston and Elmer. Here he is. Hello.
Jim Ed Brown.
Thanks, Jim.
Where's Elmer? Elmer, he dozed off a minute ago. He didn't know there were two shows. Elmer, are you in there?
Yeah, hurry up.
He's in there.
Oh, boy, where are we?
You don't know where we are?
I don't think so.
Take a good look around you.
Oh, yeah, it's nice to be here with you folks at the state hospital.
Hey. Come on, wise guy. We're at the Florida State Fair down here.
Was that Jim Ed?
Yeah, that's our old buddy Jim Ed there.
Jim, it's good to see you. He's from Arkansas, and I love it out there. My uncle made a lot of money out there in Arkansas. You know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was a salesman. He drove a carload of Cheerios out there and sold them for donut seeds. What'd you say there was?
The Florida State Fair. Isn't that a great-looking crowd, Elmer?
Boy, that is, and I'm glad to see that some nice-looking folks down here in Florida.
That's for sure.
Yeah, and you know how many ugly folks there are in the world?
I never thought much about it.
I read somewhere it's out of every 3 people in the United States, one of them is downright ugly.
1 out of 3?
Right.
I don't believe that.
All right. So you folks don't believe me, you just look sitting around you. Look to your left. Now look to your right. If they're okay, guess who?
Well, anyway, a lot of good-looking folks down here.
And they're nice, too, boy. They're friendly down here in Florida. I walked up to the information booth this afternoon. There's a cute little gal sitting there, and she said, yes. I hadn't even asked her yet.
We have to be careful about that, Elmer.
Oh, I know they call it, what they call that, harassment?
Harassment.
Yeah, when a guy talks sexy to a girl, that's harassment, you know. You know what it is when a woman talks sexy to a man?
What?
$3.99 a minute.
No, yeah, well. Anyway, you're supposed to do something special for all our friends out here this evening, Elmer.
Yeah, I was going to do something special. I was going to add a little culture to the show. I was going to do some poetry stuff I decomposed.
Something you wrote?
Right.
Okay, let's hear a little sample of your poetry.
Give me that place called home, sweet home. 'Tis better by far than riches. For when you're in your own sweet home, you can scratch any place that itches.
People don't care for that type poetry.
I think you're right.
They like something more serious. Yeah, here's a little toast I think illustrates a point pretty well because it has sort of a moral overtone to it.
Sounds good.
It goes like this.
All right.
Here's to the man who kisses his wife, and he kisses his wife alone. For there's many a man kissing another man's wife when he should be kissing his own.
Oh, that kind of gets you, don't it, fellers? Yeah, I get the idea now. Something like this.
Like what?
Here's to the man who rocks his child, and he rocks his child alone. There's many a man rocking another man's child when he thinks he's rocking his own. Well, I must have got close to home.
All right. Elmer, look, I think you better sing right quick.
Yeah, what do we got for music?
Well, we got the boys in the band back there.
Yeah, there's Larry on the guitar. How you doing, Larry? Nice to have you with us tonight. Boy, he had a close call. We're lucky to have him with us.
What do you mean a close call?
He went horseback riding this afternoon.
Yeah?
Fell off the horse, got his feet hung in the stirrups, and if the Kmart manager hadn't come out and unplugged the horse, he'd have got hurt real bad.
Okay, what are you going to sing?
Here's a little song, ladies and gentlemen, that Porter Wagoner recorded in his basement, and it turned out to be a big seller. Too fast for you, I'll do it again.
All right.
Now watch me, don't watch his Adam's apple. Hit key of F. Sounds good, sounds good. Of course, I ain't used to much. The old outhouse is still standing, though the catalog is torn and it's gone. There's the old oak seat that I used to sit on. Down the lane I'd run, sometimes I'd make it, other times I'd have to fake it. That's why we've got such green, green grass at home.
Thank you. God bless you. You're a great crowd.
Alex, Houston, and Elmer. Take a bow, Alex. And Elmer. All right. Oh, Jim Ed, we've got a beautiful lady coming out now, and I heard him make reference to Porter Wagoner there, and she got her start out there with Porter Wagoner, and he used to always introduce this lady by saying, let's welcome to the stage pretty Miss Norma Jean. Let's don't change it tonight. Let's welcome to the stage pretty Miss Norma Jean.
Let's go all the way. break if one of us should lie. Just give me a clue that you love me too. Hold me in your arms and say, oh, let's go all the way. First time I met you, oh, I knew that I'd be true. Won't you name our wedding day and let's go all the way? Let you and I pretend our love will never end. Tell me you'll be mine today. Oh, let's go all the way. All the way means happiness, living side by side. Halfway means a heartbreak if one of us should lie. Just give me a clue that you love me too. Hold me in your arms and say, oh, let's go all the way.
All right, and now you know why we say Pretty Miss Norma Jean. Thank you, Norma Jean. Beautifully well done. Thank you. Now, Carol Lee, come here just a minute. Oh, no, come here, Carol Lee. Come on, come on. No, come on, come on. Jim Ed, she has been fussing all night because you and I will not introduce. No, oh, no, she hasn't even met these folks. And she's fussing at us and says, they're saying, who's that girl up there in the black?
I'll tell you what.
In fact, we got two notes from down there, and they both want to know who the girl. No.
I think she deserves to be introduced.
I think so too.
Because she's one of the loveliest members of the Grand Ole Opry.
And that's right. And if you're watching the Grand Ole Opry on Friday or Saturday nights, you'll see a group of background singers back there. And you'll see Carol Lee and the Carol Lee Singers. And we'd like you to know Carol Lee Cooper. And her mother and dad, Wilma Lee and Stoney Cooper, Grand Ole Opry stars for many years. Stoney has left us, but Wilma Lee still is a regular on the Grand Ole Opry. And she's supposed to have been, that's right. In fact, she broke her wrist and couldn't be here tonight. But now Carol Lee, everybody knows who Carol Lee Cooper is, right? Now you want to know their names. Well, I'll tell you, we'll let you, right after the show, you come down here, we'll let them all come by and sign for you. Okay, let's talk about this next gentleman, Jim Ed, that's coming up here.
I would be happy to introduce this fella because...
And I would like you to do so.
All right.
Good Alabama boy.
Well, I say way back, a few years ago, he recorded a song called Loose Talk. Of course, he also wrote that song, and that was one of my favorite songs back in the 50s. But
one of Carl Smith's favorite, too.
That is exactly right. But he came on along, and he had a song called Easy Lovin'. That just was one of those million sellers in about 3 weeks' time. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Mr. Freddie Hart. Freddie.
I can tell by the feeling it comes from the heart. Easy loving, every day's Thanksgiving, to count all my blessings, I wouldn't know where to start. Every time I look you over, so real to life it seems. Upon your pretty shoulders, there's a pair of angel wings.
it seems upon your pretty shoulders there's a pair of angel wings. Easy loving, seeing's believing. Life with you's like living in a beautiful dream.
That's Freddie Hart, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, I love you.
Mr. Freddie Hart. Freddie, always nice to see you, and you're an Alabama boy, but thanks for coming all the way from Bakersfield, California to be here with us tonight. Good to see you, Freddie. After the show, folks, we're going to be around at the souvenir tables to sign autographs or take pictures, and if you're nothing else, shake hands and renew old acquaintance. If you're an old friend, we'll be glad to see you. If you're a new one, we hope we can keep you forever. Here's a lady that'll talk your leg off, ladies and gentlemen. She's never met a stranger, and she is equally as popular in Europe as she is here at home. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Skeeter Davis. Give her a nice big hand. Okay, Skeeter.
Thank you so much, Jimmy, and thank you, folks. I appreciate it. It's great to be here with y'all. And we'll go back to 1963 right now, okay? Why does the sun go on shining? Why does the sea rush to shore? Don't they know it's the end of the world? 'Cause you don't love me anymore. Why do the birds go on singing? Why do the stars glow above? Don't they know it's the end of the world? It ended when I lost your love. I wake up in the morning and I wonder why everything's the same as it was. I can't understand, no, I can't understand how life goes on the way it does. Why does my heart go on beating? Why do these eyes of mine cry? Don't they know it's the end of the world? It ended when you said goodbye. Why does my heart go on beating? Why do these eyes of mine cry? Don't they know it's the end of the world? It ended when you said goodbye.
Skeeter Davis.
Thank y'all. God bless you.
Nice round of applause for Miss Skeeter Davis. Thank you, lovely lady. You do a lot for our country music and make a lot of friends for us, and thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Several years ago, there was an old boy that was a sharecropper down in South Georgia. One day he grew tired of that, and he sacked up all the songs that he had written and sacked up his guitar and put him in his pickup truck and headed for Nashville, Tennessee. When he got there, he showed his songs to the right people, evidently, because shortly after that, he became a recording artist for the Columbia people and a member of our Grand Ole Opry family. This is Stonewall Jackson.
Thank you,
Give him
Tater.
a nice big hand.
Thank y'all. Great to have you with us. And
And don't be angry with me, darling, if I fail to understand all your little whims and wishes all the time. And just to remember that I love you and I'm just a foolish man, and my head stays sort of foggy 'cause you're mine. Well, I recall the first time that I flirted with you, dear, when I jokingly said, come and be my bride. And now that time has turned the pages, it's the sweetest joke on earth that I have you here forever by my side. Thank you very much. Give this good band a hand. They appreciate it too, I guarantee you. It's Tater's band. Someday you're gonna hurt me. I've been hurt in life before. Only God can know, and time alone will tell. But in the meantime, I'll be loving you with all my heart and soul, and pray God to let it last if it's His will. So don't be angry with me, darling, if I fail to understand all your little whims and wishes all the time. Just to remember that I love you and I'm just a foolish man, and my head stays sort of foggy 'cause you're mine. Thank you so much. Appreciate that one. Thank you very much.
Now, Stonewall, before you put that mic down, pick that thing up. Let's see if the band can do anything with you with a little course of Waterloo real quick.
We just done it.
Stonewall Jackson.
Thank you, Ed. Waterloo, Waterloo, where will you meet your Waterloo? Everybody has its day, everybody has to pay. Everybody has to meet his Waterloo. Now old Adam was first in history with an apple. He was tempted and deceived just for spite. The devil made him take a bite, and that's where old Adam met his Waterloo. Waterloo, Waterloo, where will you meet your Waterloo? Everybody at his day, everybody has to pay. Everybody has to meet his Waterloo. Now, feller, his darling proved untrue, took her life. Oh, but he lost his too. Well, now he swings where the little birdies sing, and that's where Tom Dooley met his two. Waterloo, Waterloo, where will you meet your Waterloo? Everybody at his day, everybody has to pay. Everybody has to meet his Waterloo, and me and you too, but maybe not tonight. Oh boy. Thank you so much for that one. God bless you. I appreciate you so much. Come to see us in Nashville at the Grand Ole Opry.
Stonewall
Thank you, Ed, and good night to you. Thank you now.
And our good backup singers. And we've got a guy coming out here now that you've seen him on Rawhide. You've seen him as the Purple People Eater. You've seen him do about everything. But tonight we're going to bring him out and we're going to let his alias take over. Mr. Ben Calder. Well, that's right there.
This is a love song. I love this song. First time I ever heard this song, I said, that's the first time I ever heard that song. I got some bad news and some good news. The good news is, see, I had a little trouble with the IRS myself. Willie Nelson had it real bad, but I had a little case of it. And they kept writing me letters and stuff. I finally got a real nice one the other day on big red letters on the outside. It said, final notice. I said, thank God that's the last I'll hear of that. The bad news, I just found out my wife is on drugs. I was packing last night to come down here, and the phone rang, and by the time I got in there, I picked it up and I heard this man say, is that dope gone yet? I'm not happy. Been wearing this same suit for 3 days. Last night I stumbled in a barroom. I met a girl with a pint in her purse. She was cute as 2 speckled puppies. And I said, babe, you could do worse. So I walked across the room for the tables. I walked across her table too. And I plopped myself down in a chair. I said, hi there. She whispered, my name is Mabel. And all I could say was, hi there. I said, hi there, Mabel. Allow me to present myself. I said, being colder here.
And she said, it ain't been no colder here than it has anyplace else.
I had her almost persuaded to strip herself of her pride. Almost persuaded to slip me a little drink on the side. Then we danced, and we danced, and we danced, and we danced. That is, I thought we were dancing till somebody stepped on my hand. Then I looked into her eyes, and I saw it, the reflection of my wedding band. I said, now that's really strange, because I'm not even married. You know what it was? You know, don't you? It's this big old wristwatch that I'm wearing, see? Reflecting in her eyeballs, and was pirouetting around like what it was. I had her almost polluted, persuaded, I'm sorry, to come and be my own. Almost persuaded. And then her boyfriend came and made me go. Thank you very much. We got a long show.
That's Shep Woolley, ladies and gentlemen. Shep Woolley and Ben Calder. Shep Woolley. Thank you, Shep.
Always nice to share the stage with you, Sheb. What a nice job. Thank you very much. 2 weeks ago, I had the great pleasure of spending 4 days on Lake Okeechobee shiner fishing with this man. The only problem is fishing with this guy, every now and then you gotta wake him up and tell him that he's got a bite. Never seen a more laid-back guy than my friend, ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Bear. Give him a nice hand.
Howdy, folks. What do y'all want to hear? I know them all. I want to go home. I want to go home. Oh, I want to go home. Last night I went to sleep in Detroit City, and I dreamed about those cotton fields and home. Dreamed about my mother, dear old papa, sister, and brother. Dreamed about that girl who's been waiting for so long. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. Oh, I wanna go home, folks. Think I'm big in Detroit City. From the letters that I write, they think I'm fine. But by day I make the cards, by night I make the bars. If only they could read between the lines. 'Cause you know, I rode a freight train north to Detroit City. And after all these years, I find that I've just been wasting my time. So I just think I'll take my foolish pride, put it on a southbound freight and ride. Go on back to the loved ones, the ones I left waiting so far behind. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. Oh, I wanna go home. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. Oh, I wanna go home. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Bobby Bear. Bobby, thank you. Bobby Bear, the Grand Ole Opry's greatest fisherman, next to Tater. Thank you, Bobby.
I remember one time Bobby Bear came to pick us up at the airport, the Browns, way back yonder in the 50s, and he said, one of these days I'm going to be a recording artist and I'm going to sing and I'm going to be on the Grand Ole Opry, and he's made it.
He's done just that.
What a great
How about a
job.
big hand for Jimmy Dickens' band here, Jimmy Dickens' Country Boy Band. All right, you guys are doing tremendous.
They're
And
great.
we've got a good artist, Jim Ed.
We
Are you
have
ready?
a young band that is coming out that has a big brother that has been in this business now for some time, but so is he. His biggest record, I think, was a million seller called Six White Horses. Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Cash.
Nice to be here in Tampa at the State Fair tonight. Some of us went over to the nursing home between shows tonight and sing some songs for those sweet old people. There was a guy there, 95 years old. He didn't feel very well. After I finished singing, I walked over and put my arm around him. I said, I sure hope you get better. And he said, well, I hope you do too. Some folks drink and some folks smoke. Some folks love and some folks don't. Some folks laugh and some folks frown. Folks here that'd gun you down. Goodbye, John.
Goodbye, John.
6 white horses come to take you home. Goodbye, John.
Goodbye, John.
Took you away before you sang a song. Well, some preach wrong and some preach right. Some preach love and some preach fight. Takes every kind to make the world go around. Takes only one to gun you down. Goodbye, Martin.
Goodbye, Martin.
6 white horses come to take you home. Goodbye, Reverend.
Goodbye, Reverend.
Took you away before you sang your song. How about a hand for my backup singers? Aren't they great? When you got superstars for backup singers, you're doing all right, aren't you? Some people stick pretty close to home. Others are born with that urge to roam. Welcome, welcome to our town. Hope nobody tries to gun you down. Goodbye, Bobby.
Goodbye, Bobby.
6 white horses come to take you home. Goodbye, Robert.
Goodbye, Robert.
Took you away before you sang your song. Goodbye, John.
Goodbye, John.
Goodbye, Martin.
Goodbye, Martin.
Goodbye, Bobby.
Goodbye, Bobby.
Well, they took you away before you sang your song. 6 white horses. Thank you very much. I love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tommy Cash. Tommy, that's great. 6 white horses. Boy, I tell you what, that vocal group back there is something else. I have a question to ask you. Have you enjoyed yourself this far? Oh, yeah. Well, it's not over. We are still going, and let me introduce you to a young man right now that has been one of the mainstays at the Grand Ole Opry for some time. We've enjoyed this young man because, I'll tell you what, he picked some of the greatest songs. In fact, he picked all the songs at Warner Brothers for a while that they recorded. He's picked some many great songs, and he's recorded many great ones. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ray Pillow. There he is, right there.
Now here I am in a honky-tonk in Texas. The jukebox keeps on playing for me, Rose of San Antone. If I could get my carriage up, I'd call you. Oh Lord, if I could only come back home. But there's too many bridges burning, too many lies, too many broken promises and goodbyes, too many miles between us, too many times, and one too many memories on my mind. Now you were the first thing on my mind this morning, and the very last to leave my lonely thoughts last night. I'm sitting here, my hands around the bottle, wishing it was you I'm holding tight. But there's too many bridges burning. Too many lies, too many broken promises and goodbyes. Too many miles between us, too many times, and one too many memories on my mind. And one too many memories on my mind.
Ray Pillow, Grand Ole Opry star Ray Pillow. Thank you, Ray, for dropping by and helping us tonight and being part of the Florida State Fair Opry Show. Ray Pillow. It's our pleasure to have you. Thank you. We've got a lady now that's just, she is the epitome of country music. You're going to love her. We don't know anybody that doesn't say, when we bring her out, that you have heard the best. Let's put our hands together and give a big, warm Tampa welcome to Miss Connie Smith.
Once a day, every day, all day long. When you found somebody new, I thought I never would forget you, for I thought then I never could. But time has taken all the pains away. Until now, I'm down to hurt once a day. Once a day, all day long, and once a night, from dusk till dawn. The only time I wish you weren't gone is once a day, every day, all day long. Here's maybe we. I'm so glad that I'm not like a girl I knew one time. She lost the one she loved, then slowly lost her mind. She sat around and cried her life away. Lucky me, I'm only crying once a day. Once a day, all day long, and once a night, from dusk till dawn. The only time I wish you weren't gone is once a day, every day, all day long. Once a day, every day, all day long.
Oh, Connie, truly one of the ambassadors of the Grand Ole Opry. Does everybody agree that it's just hard to beat a voice like that? Well, now stand by. Wait a minute, Connie. Don't run off. You're in for a treat because this young lady is going to sing for you probably one of the finest religious numbers we know, How Great Thou Art. Miss Connie Smith.
God inhabits the praises of his people. How great thou art! How great thou art! O Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made. I see the stars and I hear the rolling thunder. Thy power throughout this universe display. Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art! How great thou when Christ shall come with shouts of acclamation. Oh, to take us home, what joy shall fill my heart. Then I will bow in humble adoration and there proclaim, oh my God, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art. Oh, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art. How great thou art. How great thou how great God bless you.
Connie Smith. Connie Smith. Oh, Connie. Let's welcome to the stage Hank Thompson.
Boy, it's nice to be part of a nice show like this and hear all the good country music. And I'd like to add a couple of tunes for you. Many months have come and gone since I wandered from my home in those Oklahoma hills where I was born. Many a page of life is turned, many a lesson I have learned. Yet I feel like in those hills I still belong. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, rode my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, the cowboy's life and my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. But as I sit here today, many miles I am away from the place I rode my pony through the draw. Where the oak and blackjack trees kiss the playful prairie breeze in those Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, rode my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, the cowboy's life and my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. But as I turn life a page to the land of the great Osage, to those Oklahoma hills where I was born, where the black old rosin flows and the snow white cotton grows, in those Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, rode my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, the cowboy's life and my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Oklahoma, Oklahoma, in those Oklahoma hills where I was born. Thank you very much. What a wonderful time that I've had. I know you folks have too. And whenever the show's over, I'll be out in the hall here, the lobby, to sign autographs for those of you that like. Let's do a song here for you. That's one of today's classics, and hope you enjoy listening to it once again. You wouldn't read my letter if I wrote you. You asked me not to call you on the phone, but there's something I'm wanting to tell you. So I wrote it in the words of the song. I didn't know God made honky-tonk angels. I might have known you'd never make a wife. You gave up the only one that ever loved you and went back to the wild side of life. The glamour of the gay nightlife has lured you to the places where the wine and liquor flow, where you wait to be anybody's baby and forget the truest love you'll ever know. I didn't know God made honky-tonk angels. I might have known you'd never make a wife. You gave up the only one that ever loved you and went back to the wild side of life. And went back to the wild side of life.
Country Music Hall of Fame member, Mr. Hank Thompson.
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you, Hank. We appreciate you coming by and visiting with us tonight. Hank Thompson. You about plugged in? All right, let's welcome to the stage the Nashville Gospel Brass. Thank you, fellas. The Nashville Gospel Brass. All right. Let's welcome to the stage Mr. Bobby Wright.
Thank you very much. Great to be here on such a great show. I'd like to do a song we had in 1973. Had the great fortune of having this song Voted the Song of the Year by the ASCAP music people in Nashville, Tennessee. Pretty song written by Rory Burke, one called Everybody Needs a Rainbow. Everybody needs a rainbow that they can follow to the blue beyond the rain and stormy sky. Everybody needs a rainbow to give them some hope. Whoa, I found a rainbow in your eyes. You came just in time. I was going down for the third time, and I knew there wouldn't be a trace left of me. You saved a drowning man. Now I'm standing at your command, and I know I found myself a rainbow tree. Yeah, and everybody needs a rainbow that they can follow to the blue beyond the rain and stormy skies. Everybody needs a rainbow to give them some hope. I found a rainbow in your eyes. Yeah, everybody needs a rainbow that they can follow to the blue beyond the rain and stormy skies. Everybody needs a rainbow to give them some hope. I found my rainbow in your eyes. Thank you, Tampa. We appreciate it.
Oh, a big hand there. Bobby, that's great. Come on. Who? Now, what part was that in the McHale's, Davy?
I played the part of the dumb radio operator, the hillbilly. I auditioned against 4,000 boys for that part, and I was the dumbest one that could come up.
A big hand for Bobby Wright. Let's welcome to the stage Mr. Johnny Wright.
Well, thank you so much there, Mr. Gregory. We appreciate it a lot. As many of you know, we have a family show together. Kitty Wells and myself are man and wife. We have our son with us, grandson playing the drums back here, George Edwards on the steel guitar, Larry Nutter on the electric lead guitar, and Keith Bradford on the bass. And Eddie Stubb, one of the best fiddle players that ever hit the Grand Ole Opry, and he's also an announcer down there. We're going to do for you a song was #1 for us in 1954. Oh, baby mine, I get so lonely.
Oh, baby mine, I get so lonely when I dream about you. Can't do without you. That's why I dream about you. If I could only put my arms around you, life would be so fair. If you were here, we two could hug and kiss and never tire. I'm on fire. You are my one desire. I get so lonely when I dream about you. Why can't you be there? Tossing and turning in my slumber, holding you it seems. Oh baby, I give you kisses without number, but only in my dreams. Oh baby, I get so lonely when I dream about you. Can't do without you. That's why I dream about you. If I could only throw my arms around you, life would be so fair.
Eddie Stubb on the fiddle. How about it for Eddie?
Oh baby, tossing and turning in my slumber, holding you it seems. Oh baby, I give you kisses without number, but only in my dreams. Oh baby, I get so lonely when I dream about you. Can't do without you. That's why I dream about you. If I could could only throw my arms around you, life would be so fair.
Johnny Wright. All right, Johnny. Thank you so much. Oh, my goodness. A lady that's just pure 18-karat gold. They don't come any better. She's a member of the Country Music Hall of Fame, the Queen of Country Music. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kitty Wells.
The tune about the wild side of life. As I listen to the words you are saying, it brings memories when I was a trusting wife. It wasn't God who made honky-tonk angels. As you said in the words of your song, too many times married men think they're still single. That has caused many a good girl to go wrong. It's a shame that all the blame is on us women. It's not true that only you men feel the same. From the start, most every heart that ever broken was because there always was a man to blame. It wasn't God who made honky-tonk angels, as you said in the words of your song. Too many times married men think they're still single. That has caused many a good girl to go wrong. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Queen of Country Music, Miss Kitty Wells.
Thank you so much.
All right. And all these grand ladies of the Opry help them. We're going to get everybody back out here now. Johnny, could you slip over here by Kitty? We want to get all our artists, everybody that's left. Come on back, Nashville Gospel Brass, everybody that's back out there. Where's
And y'all
Bill
can sing
Anderson
along,
and Tater
too.
and Freddie Hart and all of them? Here they come.
All right, we're going to get everybody around, and I want somebody on this mic with me because I'm not. Where's Kitty at?
Right here.
Come here, darling.
Johnny?
Yes.
Let me tell you, one of the things we're so proud about of our country music family here is that Kitty and Johnny have celebrated their 58th wedding anniversary. And now for our gospel song. Go ahead, Johnny.
All right, we're going to do a song here that Roy Acuff, Hank Williams Sr. wrote this, and Roy Acuff used to sing it on the Opry every Saturday night with this same group. We're going to sound like as much like Roy as we can. I will. Where's is in it? You all got Ed's going to help us on it. Ed Gregory. I saw the light. Let's everybody sing together.
Sing along with us.
I saw the light, I saw the light, no more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light.
I wandered so aimless, life filled with sin. I wouldn't let my dear Savior in. Then Jesus came like a stranger in the night.
Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light, I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light.
Well, now just like a blind man, I wandered alone. Worries and fears I claim for my own. And then like a blind man, God gave back his sight. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light. I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Praise the Lord, I saw the light.
On behalf of all the folks here at the Grand Ole Opry and all the folks at the Florida State Fair Authority, thank you for coming. Our stars will be down here to visit with you. We appreciate it, and we'll look forward to seeing you next year.